So welcome to this design modeling tutorial, and this time we're going to be taking a look at working with styrofoam. But one of the other parts of this tutorial, and I should say it's quite an advanced one, is that we're going to be taking a look at how to work with basic electronics like this and actually cut up the printed circuit board, which is this green bit here, and still retain the functionality of the wireless mouse. So this is also going to involve taking all the things like the left and the right click switches here and the jog wheel, which is usually operated by your index finger, and in this ergonomically shaped mouse I've actually decided to position it by my thumb. You'll also notice that the left and the right click have moved from a horizontal position to a vertical position, and little things like the switch on the bottom have now moved to the top, so as you can see it switches on there. The DPI button here has also been moved to a thumb control there. So this is really, I think, an interesting tutorial to also explore the age-old debate of form and function. And what you'll probably find is that if you give yourself a bit of time to just sketch out what you think your ergonomic mouse might look like, regardless of how good your sketching ability is, and mine isn't great, you might end up with something that actually, when you work with the styrofoam and start sculpting it to fit either your hand or someone else's hand, that it actually takes on a different form. And even if you were close, for example the buttons being here, when you actually start holding it and using it, you realize that things need a little bit of adjustment, and this is really where the benefit of the tutorial is, in that you'll go through the processes of appreciating what makes a successful product. So whether it's for yourself or a group of people that you test this among, there's all sorts of options to sort of learn from this. One of the other things as well I've done, just as a sort of little playful optional extra, is that I was wanting to make this whole thing a little bit grippy, so I've covered it in sugru and also embedded these little strips of styrene plastic into it. Now, other than sort of making it look a little bit more interesting and defining some of the curves, it also gives me a reference point of what I thought the sort of parametric curves, sometimes the dotty lines you see drawn on industrial design drawings, where they actually end up on the final product. So again, this tutorial is primarily about how to work with foam, but it also gives quite a bit of depth into how to do some slightly unusual modifications with electronics, and also gives an opportunity to really examine what it is that you produce when you work from sketch into 3D form. So I hope that's useful, and next we'll take a look at some of the tools you'll need to do this.